You know, I tell you, old habits, they die hard, don't they? Especially when it comes to dating, you know? The other day I went to pick up this girl. I went to open the car door for her. And what do you know? Force of habit, I accidentally opened the trunk. Next thing you know, the girl in the trunk, she gets up and runs away. The girl's standing there going, "Who's that?" I'm like, "Jealous already?" This is a bad sign.
Vancouver-based filmmaker and stand-up comedian Gerald Varga, aka Geraldson, is at it again, with another interesting twist on the found footage subgenre, which acts as a sort of follow-up, sort of sequel to his previous film, Murderbox. For the last little while, his latest film, My Inner Demon, has been making the rounds at film festivals, and has made its way over to Tubi TV. And by sort of sequel, I do mean sort of. It's an interesting spin in the realm of sequels. Murderbox exists as a film within My Inner Demon.
Today is September 20th, 2020. This is my first video depression blog.
Filmmaker and comedian Jerry Geraldson is heavily distraught over Murderbox being met with an underwhelming response. He sinks into a deep depression and begins filming vlogs about his current life and current mental state, reading the negative reviews about his film, and doing a podcast with people that worked on the film where he's extremely self-deprecating. He's also been filming tutorial videos on how to make a found footage film with one of his co-stars of Murderbox, Darren Andrechuk, and it isn't going so well. Jerry just wants to show how to build tension, how to use and record on-site sound effects, and other genuine filmmaking tips, while Darren just wants to drink, fuck around, randomly quote Shakespeare, and insult Jerry. Legit though, Darren had me in stitches when he randomly started reciting this shit.
Come towards me and let's go.
Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in
Darren,
this
I just need you to look
petty
at the
pace from
Darren, we're
day
not
to
doing
day
Shakespeare for this. I just need you
to the
to.
last syllable of recorded time.
I just want to show them the.
And all our yesterdays have
stabilization of the
lighted
camera.
fools their way to dusty death.
Darren,
This all slow builds into not only Jerry reaching the absolute boiling point of his madness, but something far more sinister. And the whole idea that this is a found footage film that exists within the realm of an existing fictional found footage film makes for some really well done mindfuckery. You know how in Gremlins 2 there's that scene where they're watching Gremlins 2?
Well, if I were you, I'd run the rest of Gremlins 2 right now. Sorry, folks. It won't happen again.
And for some reason Hulk Hogan shows up? Kinda like that. Better example would probably be Blair Witch, followed by Blair Witch 2 Book of Shadows, which takes place in the same universe as the original Blair Witch Project, existing as a found footage film within the film. Wait a minute, was that the plot of Blair Witch 2? I haven't seen it in a while. But this concept is wild to me. Murderbox that exists as a found footage horror film within another found footage horror film that's meant to be reality, where Murderbox is meant to be fiction. And the performances are fucking fantastic here. Gerald really brings it. You can sense a genuine rising rage, spotlighted majorly during his scenes with Darren. Those were easily some of my favorite scenes in the movie.
you ever think what would have happened if that bear had just like turned on us the other day in the woods, you know? We were deep in the woods. You ever think about that?
No.
Huh? Fuck. You ever think about what would happen if I just decided to turn on you right now? Huh? What would you do? Come on. Tell me what you'd do. What would you fucking do, man?
The character of Jerry Geraldson is also dealing with the very real threat of skin cancer, which Gerald Varga himself has been battling in real life, something that I feel like was a very powerful element to showcase in the film. something I'm sure was quite cathartic for Gerald and should not go unmentioned. Not sure how much more I want to spoil here because the movie is very character and mood driven, but the payoff, I assure you, is more than fucking worth it. While the film was still in production, I was personally commissioned by Gerald and Darren to design one of the posters for the film. While mine wasn't chosen as the official cover, I'm still proud to have worked on at least a part of this flick in some shape or form. And props to my buddy Wayne for his poster art being the one featured on Tubi TV. You can follow him over on Instagram at @thatskeletoninblack. His work is fucking amazing. This is just a damn good flick, man, and it ain't just cause Gerald's a buddy of mine. The acting is fucking raw. It does a hell of a job building real tension, something that is genuinely hard to do in a found footage film. So many of those flicks miss the mark in making you actually give a shit about the characters and focus more on jump scares and shit.
Today is the day I sever my friendship with Darren. And if he ever crosses me again, I'm gonna sever a lot more than that. I can turn it on or off anytime I want. I've explored the comedy with Geraldson. And if he ever fucks with me again, I'm gonna explore the murder too.
While we're on the subject of Tubi and found footage, I'd like to spotlight another really well done found footage flick. It's called Exists. If it's still up on Tubi, check it out. It's a genuinely suspenseful found footage flick about Bigfoot. Need I say more? But like I said, I ain't just blowing smoke up my buddy's keister here. I've been a fan of the dude's work long before we ever collaborated on things. Love his stand-up, and I think he's a damn underrated actor, with My Inner Demon potentially being his finest work yet, acting, writing, and directing-wise. I thought Murderbox was tremendous, but I found My Inner Demon to be just head and shoulders better. A perfect sort of follow-up, sort of sequel. And remember, it ain't easy being creepy. No, that sucked. That's his thing.
Well, what do you know? It ain't easy being creepy.
So well I had to do the dance.